We are here today for the official launch of the Mageezi Academy, a school that has been constructed in Kinuma village, Masindi district, under the Aliguma Foundation, sponsored by UEFA Foundation for Children.
Why Kinuma, not elsewhere?
We've been moving to different schools as the Aliguma Foundation, and that is the reason why we decided to come up with a school project in this community. The schools that we have been visiting and supporting, most of them are actually in vulnerable state, so we decided to make a model school that every school or every school can learn from. We are trying to do a model school in Masindi.
You've been so much known as sports.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a priority as well?
As the organization, we always use sports, education, and enterprise to address different challenges in communities. So it is part of the project, and of course, the education program goes along with sports.
Maybe for Masindi specifically, how big is the challenge, and do you think we can use sport to attract young children to get back to school?
Well, we have already tried this, and we have realized we have already attracted very many children back into schools. We've been engaging different schools in sports activities. We have a primary tournament that is taking place within the Buruli County. So we have realized that indeed it is one thing that has encouraged students to come back to school. There's some kids who never wanted to come to school, but at least for the past 2 years that we have been giving back to the communities in Masindi, we have realized it is actually another way of bringing back kids in school.
It might be one organization, but then the problem might be big. How best can we address it, especially now?
Of course, you cannot do everything. You can't fulfill everything, but we will always do the best that we can to reach out to the few or to the many that we can. We cannot address all the challenges at once or as an organization, but we always do our best to address challenges that we can and to reach out to the people that we can.
Some people believe education is expensive. Is it so?
Well, I believe those who, I think education, I think it's just about the mindset. Me, I don't think education is that expensive. It is just the mindset. It's what you desire, or it's something that you think of that gives you the results of either education is very expensive or it's not. But I strongly believe education might not be expensive as long as you have a perfect mindset for education.
As you advance your aspirations for Masindi, what is the thing to the education officer, members of parliament, elders of my as we push for education?
Well, I encourage, of course, those are members of the government, but I encourage the government itself, to get involved directly and indirectly, supporting and actually changing the curriculum. Because at the moment we are still in theory and all that, but I think it's very important for them to as well introduce co-curricular activities, hands-on skills in different schools, even starting with the young students. That is exactly what you're going to be doing. We've seen Koreans, Japanese start hands-on skills with the little kids, and that is what has been benefiting these countries. This is the same method that we want to introduce in Mageezi Academy, and that is the blow that I'm sending out to the Ministry of Masindi and the government to introduce to even these other schools. It is something that we are going to work with the surrounding schools here. Like I've already said, we are not here to compete with any other school in Masindi, but we are here to work together and make sure we are saving or we're securing better lives for us children in the community.
How different is Sunny going to be from the local schools for research here?
First of all, there are programs we are introducing. I do not think there are many schools that introduce programs that include all the schools. I've been talking to the UPDF Army. We are already introducing patriotic classes, which are going to be taking place not only at Mageezi Academy, but as Aliguma Foundation, or maybe as Sani Academy. We are going to encourage you to bring all schools together to be a part of the patriotic classes for the good of our community. Ekiro kya leero tubaire ntuyizire hano ya Kinuma ntukingura isomero lyaitu erya Mageezi Academy eriri under Aliguma Foundation. tubaire ntulubata mu masomero ga Masindi agakusinga baitu tubenzere kwesanga amasomero agakusinga gatalina ebisaanizo amasomero gandi gakyasomera hansi y'emiti habujuwa obunyansi abaana bagenda mu isomero batajwaire nkaito abaana nololera kimu standard y'amasomero teri niyege yandibaire y'omulembe so twasalaho twagamba katusake tusobole kufuna tuombeke ebyombeke bigenda kuba nka ebyokulolwaho mu community yaitu abaana basobole kufunaho okusomera harungi n'abasobole kwegomba ebintu ebirungi ebintu ebindi nkungambire nti tuli hano kulwanangana n'amasomero gandi agali mu kicweka kino nkungambire twikaire ntusagika amasomero gandi tugaheza ebintu by'okuzanisa ebintu by'omupiira scholastic materials byona era tugenda kweyongera ku bantu bibahereza kandi tugenda ku bantu kwasaniza hamwe ebintu bindi tusobole kukyusa obwomeezi bw'abaana n'omutindo gw'okusoma gw'abaana mu kicweka kino kya Masindi. Itwe nkutugamba nti tukozesa emizaano okutumbula okutoza okuyambaho abantu abali mu vulnerable conditions naitu era nikyo kimu kitugenda kuba ntukolera kimu tugenda kuba na curriculum eyenjawulo muno okusingaho nazine za buli kiro kunkugambire tubayintrola aba Japan aba Korean kuba kwegesa abaana babo kuruga hansi abaana bato benyini era nibyo byenye tukwenda ku introducing omwana aleme kubonabona akuzire baita aruge hansi ayegere ebintu byaye ebintu by'emikono ebintu ebigenda kuba nibimugasa mu future.
Is Blessing Omcha Immaculate. I'm the US Exchange Alumni Network President for Uganda. This is an association that brings together different people that can benefit from exchanges and education programs in the US. The reason why we decided to come and partner with Alguma Foundation is because Alguma actually had an opportunity to travel and experience the different sports happening in the US and come and want to replicate the life that she saw there. And that is our goal. Our goal is to make sure that we take a few people that we can take, get them to experience, get them to get partners, networks that can come and support to change communities that they live in. Coming to this place is very inspiring and also challenging because you get to witness so many young children that could use support. And of course, as a network, that is what we do. Across the regions, we partner, we engage, we network and find solutions for communities like this. And for us, this is just a start, and we pledge our support in terms of what we can afford, whether bringing a partner on board, bringing networks on board, providing scholastic materials, and even providing technical training for the community that is here.
And why sport? I know Alguma is known for sport. I even use sports and talent.
Sport is actually, when you look at the focus areas and the agenda for the US right now, sport is one of the highlighted focus areas. Everything that we are doing, even as the USEA, which is the US Exchange Alumni Network, we are incorporating sports in the different communities, different games, because we believe that we are not just providing education, but sport is something that can keep children fit, it's something that children can earn from. It's also a skill that builds the bonds for communities. So yes, sport is one of the major areas that we are actually focusing on as a network moving forward.
Are you going to scout out a few of those people that can do this sport and then get scholarships like that?
Actually, there's a program called the Sports Vistas program. It identifies different people that are in sports, whether in active sport or journalism sport, anything related to sport, and they are given those opportunities and they travel, experience, and come back here to impact the different communities. However, I would also like to mention that the US Exchange and education programs are open to everyone. It does not discriminate. So anyone, any child here, any child in secondary school, any child in the university who has a good talent, who is impacting communities, can apply and be able to be selected on merit to travel and experience the US and be able to come back and give back to their community.
What is a bigger dream as the embassy, especially on sport?
Yeah, so the bigger dream, actually one of the things that the USAID network is doing, we are building resource centers, and one in the different regions in Uganda. So these resource centers, of course, have a lot of things. They have the entrepreneurship spaces, but one of the major important things that we are putting in these resource centers is a games area, to be able to identify people that are skilled within the community, introduce different games, and be able to scout out talent from the different communities. Our dream is that USAID will be able to get these people, get them trained, and try to get different partners for them to grow their talent and be introduced on international levels. We have in our community people that are serving on different boards, on UEFA, on FIFA, on so many other platforms. So with those, they can actually mentor talent that is in their communities for them to get to spaces that they have not dreamt about. And this is our joy, of course, and our dream for USAID.
What does Sunny Academy mean for people of Masindi, even the local person here?
I think it means a lot. It means that something beautiful can come out when you focus, when you have identity, when you have passion for a community like this. Having this school here shows that there's a lot of beautiful things that can happen in communities when there are partnerships, because I know that Aliguma is partnering with so many other people, companies that are building beautiful things here in Masindi. And I also know that it gives a lot of hope for a child in Masindi. They start seeing far, they start witnessing and experiencing education that they did not think they will have, and eventually they start dreaming big in places they can be and people that they can meet. Their dreams become bigger, their visions become bigger, and tomorrow they're going to be the Aligumas of this world. They are going to be the presidents for FIFA of this world, and they are going to be on international sports areas representing Uganda.
bakutabara baina mabale obonyuka bibi Yuro mpira kulekera abana kuzire na yuro tagumanya yuro pia tagusobola na ku Luganda ira bano batano watu yule na makumi bateke muvaro ati varu yacho saka varu bore bareni ndibeta kana varu chinoti abo makati taboyo kiza when Mr. Bodo is the leg agati olabe sawe TV ompira sawe TV ekinaterera opiya kyekyo boss captain be on that side not so
Baita kubaza manya gawo ntagamanyi. Captain.
Mwenda parole.